Hello, beautiful people. So I'm super awkward making videos, so I think I do better when I'm walking around. So that's what I'm gonna do. Walk around. You're gonna see a messy counter because that's where I'm working on stuff right now. So that's it. Okay, so my name's Carson and I'm rant for most of my life. I rant constantly about everything. I feel like I'm always injured or stressing or just have a million things happening. And I have a lot of very, very weird situations that have happened in my life. So I'm like, why not tell some people? Because when I tell people in person, I mean, they're a little befuddled. So let's see what you guys think. So, right now I'm going to tell you guys about my very, very bad luck with pets. As my pets sit in the background. I don't know if you can see them, but yeah. So, I've had really strange encounters with most of my pet animals. So I'm going to tell you guys some. Like my cat, I had a cat named Skinny, and he was very, very weird, and he's very cute, and he's very, very fat. That's why we named him Skinny. And his very peculiar story of how we got him is he ate a dead guy's face. Yeah, bluntly it sounds very weird, but it's a very kind of sad story. His owner died and no one knew for a few weeks, and he was stuck in the house and didn't have any food, and I guess it's kind of like a normal thing. When their owners die, they like lay next to them, and he started, it's really gross, he started eating his owner's face. And my mom's friend came to us with him, and I mean, of course we would take him because I guess no one else wanted him, but he was just a little cat and he didn't know what was happening. So we took him in, and that's just a peculiar story of how we got our cat Skinny. And then, so that's one. Another one is I used to have 2 pet rats. And I know that's gross, like people don't like rats or whatever. I love rats. I think they're cute, I think they're adorable. You can train them to do tricks, they love you, they cuddle with you. You can put them on a leash. They're just really great pets. If you want a rat, I highly suggest it. But I do not suggest getting 2 male rats. Okay. So I initially got one. I got one, and he was adorable. He was white with red eyes. It's like the classic albino rat that you can get from like PetSmart or something. And he was really playful at the store, and I loved him. And when I took him home, he got really lonely and shy, and he wouldn't really do much. He just like sat in, we had like this little rock cave thing for his cage, and he would just sit in that the whole time. So I thought he was like sad or depressed and lonely. So a few days later I went and I got another rat. And it was really great for a while. When they got older though, they got aggressive. Guess you're not supposed to put 2 male rats together if they're not fixed or something, but I was only 12 maybe at this time, but I had two male rats together, and I thought it would be fine because they were in the cage together at the pet place, and it was fine. And then I guess, well, I was at school one day and I came back and they were both dead. They had fought each other to death, which is really sad. It was a really sad moment, but it was very weird because looking back on it, it's very weird because one of them ate the other one's foot, and then the other one, I don't know what happened, but it's just a very peculiar thing, I think. And I mean, because they were so, like, they got along their first like months together, and then one day it just happened. Yeah. Okay, my next pet story is my, this one isn't mine, I guess. It's my friend's, who I was with, like, constantly growing up. She got a pet hamster, and I can't remember its name now, but, yeah, so she got a pet hamster, and we would play with it all the time, and then it ran away. It got out of its cage, and it just disappeared. We searched everywhere for it. It wasn't like in the house, it wasn't under the bed, it wasn't, like, we couldn't find it forever. And then, gosh, this is, I don't know if this is bad or not, but a few months later she found it, and it had got itself stuck between the wall and a dresser, and yeah, okay. I just have very, very bad luck with animals. My next story is, so at the time, these aren't funny situations, but this, like, looking back on it, how, like, crazy these situations were to me. And this next one was probably the one that, like, got me the most, just because it was a very traumatic situation. And it's just weird because of how bizarre it was, and now I can, like, look back on it and just be like, what the fuck? So my next one again deals with my cat Skinny. Also, my cat Skinny is this he really loved showering with people, and every time I would take a shower he would just go sit in the back with me, or he would sit on the counters and, like, wait for someone to turn the faucet on for him because he could only drink out of the sink. And he should, or, like, if he got scared of our dogs or something, he would just fall on his side and start going meh. I don't know, he's just cute. He's just very, very odd cat. But my whole family loved him because of how weird he was. Like, he wouldn't meow like a normal cat. He would, like, moo. Anyway, he was great. But this has to do with my dog, Sweetie and Lady, and my cat. So my cat was an indoor cat, and we had outdoors cats also. But he was declawed, so we had to keep him inside because he couldn't, like, protect himself from other cats. So he was an inside cat, but once in a while, if we were, like, outside in the backyard, we would let him come out there with us, and we'd watch him, and it was, like, a normal thing. And one day I, like, took him outside with me. Sad. I took him outside with me to let the dogs in, and we have, like, a outdoor kennel for our dogs when we, like, just want to put them outside. And if we, like, it's, I don't know, it's a dog kennel. It's not like a small one. We had, like, a big cemented area that had a dog house and kennel and whatnot. But anyway, I was going out to let our dogs inside, and I don't know why, but my dogs just freaked out on the cat and attacked the cat, and they did kill the cat. And I was, like, trying to pull the dogs off, and I couldn't do it, so I had to, like, run inside and get my stepdad, and my stepdad came out and he pulled the dogs off the cat, and the cat was still alive, and he died later that day. It's really sad, but it was just so strange. And we had to put down my dogs because I had a baby niece at the time that was living at the house, and we didn't know why. They just, because they were very used to that cat, so I don't know if we didn't know why they just attacked it, I guess. But they're very, very sweet dogs. They're just, I don't know what happened, But the next day I came to school and I had blood on my shoe. And my teacher, and I had bruises all over, and my teachers were very eerie. And I didn't tell anyone what had happened. And I think a few days later, I was in Spanish class, and I did not like my Spanish teacher whatsoever. I had a very great Spanish teacher my freshman year, and then sophomore year, we had a new teacher come in, and she was very nice. I was just not a fan of her teaching style, and she just irritated me, I guess. But I went, and she asked me what had happened, and I very, very bluntly was like, my dogs tore apart my cat. that was it. And I was like, yeah. I said it very bluntly. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. I don't know. That was a few years ago. But yeah, those are my very horrific, weird, a very bad luck with animal stories. So that was it. Since then, this is Bobo. Hello. Hi. Yeah, I haven't had any more since then. Oh yeah, I have one more. So I have a turtle. His name is Larry, and I guess the peculiar story with that is I found him in my basement. I guess my uncle was drunk one night and he found a turtle and brought it into our basement and didn't tell anyone, and he moved out, and then we found a turtle in our basement, and then I made him a home. My stepdad built this, not a cage, he built like this, I don't know, looked like a little miniature forest type thing. It had mulch in it and like a little bark home for him, and he was really cute. He just became part of our family, I guess. We just adopted this turtle that we found in our basement, and that's it. That's all of my stories. So, sorry if that one was sad. They were really great dogs, and it was a really great cat, and it was just a really bad, weird situation that happened. So let me know if you've had any like very strange animal stories of your own. And if you do, leave them in the comments. That's it. Thank you. Bye.